gentlemen, please direct your attention to center court. Tonight, we are taking a moment to honor Marion Harding senior basketball player Wesley Stokes. During the month of December, Wesley led the Prexy basketball team to a 4-1 MOAC mark. He averaged 13 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 steals for the month. He had a 23-point outburst along with 9 rebounds against Clear Fork on December 21st. Wes also plays football, runs track, and is a member of the varsity H here at Harding. Here to present from Fahey Bank is Amanda Lynch. A big thank you to Amanda and Fahey Bank for sponsoring this award in Marion County for over 40 years. Congratulations, Wes. At this time, please rise and join the Marion Harding Symphonic Chorale with the singing of our national anthem. Now for tonight's starters. First for River Valley, a senior number 1, Emma Rosenberg. For Marion, a 5'7" freshman, number 5, Cody Jackson. For the number 2, a sophomore, Lexi Hecker. For Harding, a 5'4" freshman, number 10, Anaya Mitchell. For the Vikings, a junior, number 3, Brooklyn Moser. For the Presidents, a 5'5" junior, number 32, Gracie Thompson. For the Blue and Gold, a senior, number 4, Hannah Logan. For the Red Flag, a 6-foot junior, number 11, Keone Dixon.
She's like,
for the Vikings, a sophomore, number 13, Haley Schneider. For the Prexies, a 6-foot senior, number 23, Justice Simon Ross.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for a Harding High School telecom production. We have tonight a game between the Lady Prexies versus the Lady Vikings. My name is Scott Cameron, the usual, and to my right, I've got
Josh Votal.
Yeah, so he's joining us tonight again, and we kind of we have a rotation of like 6 or 7 people for this, but it works.
Well, I enjoy it every time I come, so.
Yes, I'm glad you're here too, Josh, especially when you bring me food. Did you bring me food tonight?
In the concession stand.
Anyways, so tonight again, the Prexies are 8-7. According to the MOAC website, 8-7, 6-3 in the league. Lady Vikings 8-4, 4-4 in the league. As Kiani Jackson puts up a three right off the bat from the corner and makes that three.
Starts it off on fire, right there. Oh,
and ball stolen out. I don't even think Hecker was even looking or considering.
And again.
Easy come, easy go.
Yep.
Will you let me go?
That shot was actually a 2.
Oh, it was. It was a 2. I did not see him point down.
Everyone thought it was a 3. They put 3 on the board, so you weren't the only one.
Okay. Well, it looks like we have the first foul of the game against Thompson. And I know the last time these two teams played at River Valley, it was an overtime thriller with the Prexies pulling out the big W.
This is their chance right here to come back and make up for it.
Yep. So,
but
Harding has a little bit of a target on their back, as River Valley wants a little bit of revenge. I'm just watching this early here. This is really kind of interesting. Roseberry and Jackson are like all over each other from the very get-go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's some sort of tactical thing. I'm going to just kind of keep watching that in the background.
Maybe from something they learned from the last game.
Something. But Mitchell down to Steinman. Ross puts up a fadeaway 2 and makes that, making 4-1 game. Steinman Ross, who is second in the conference in scoring. Hecker, the sophomore, who goes in a nice strong left, doesn't get to go in.
Good look, good cut, but she didn't see it.
Yep, pulls it back out. Snyder tries to give the ball away. Ooh,
she
probably could have been a foul, but
loose ball foul at least.
So Mosier contains the ball, gives the ball off to Hecker. Everyone's going to be looking at Hannah Logan, number 4, for the Vikings, as she is the first in conference in scoring, and she is being guarded by Jackson. Roseberry puts the ball up, misses,
doesn't
rebound. Going to Mitchell. Man,
both girls look like they're playing really tight D today.
Yes. It's almost like it's a rivalry when the schools are 5 minutes apart. Steinman Ross puts up a 3 and makes it.
Another.
Oh, right in the eye of Brooklyn Mosier.
That is a 3.
And that was definitely and the Prexies are going to take the Vikings are going to take a 30-second timeout. So we'll go ahead and stay here. And I tell you, we've had some players come back and were able to play for the Prexies, and but at the same time, we've had some players that are out once again. So Prexies are a little bit thin on the bench again tonight. So they will have to not necessarily play Iron Man, but they will have a small rotation. So if I were the Vikings, I'd be plowing right into them, making them foul us. But we will find out. And
what happened there?
A shameful act of technological error.
Okay. All right. Well,
So Hannah Logan, again, first in scoring. Hallie Snyder for the Vikings, 5th in rebounding, 3rd in blocks in the league. My daughter Macy played travel ball with Snyder and Hecker when they were little kids, so I've been watching them play their whole lives. So, that's kind of a funny, almost touched that.
Yep.
Snyder couldn't corral that in.
Harding's defense, it seems like they're really zoned in today.
They are. It's a very tough press, and they're playing good deny. It's just a matter of will River Valley catch on to the press deny and do a backdoor cut. Mitchell brings the ball up. Steinman Ross at the top. Hands off to Jackson, that does out of bounds, but
nobody saw it.
Well, the ref was in a bad spot. He just couldn't see it. Steinman Ross puts it up off the front of the rim, puts it in again. Off again. And we have a football game. And Thompson. Oh, my
Goodness. That was a good move. Good move.
I'm tired just watching. Get the ice packs out already. Snyder.
Way to go up with that fake. Make her bite on it.
It was.
That was great.
Way to finish it. Driven in by Mosier. Off the mark. Mitchell looks up. Long distance to Thompson, who can't get the fall in. Jackson gets the ball. Gets it blocked. And just like that, Logan is off to the races. Takes it in. Forces a shot. And is going to get the foul into 2 shots.
That was a good move.
It was a good move. Push the envelope by Hannah Logan. The other thing is, I remember Hannah Logan as a little kid too, because her family used to live next to my brother, and so I always remember them as little kids running around.
Well,
now that means I'm old,
yeah,
right?
that's what I was going to say.
That means I'm old. Yeah. First one splashes in. Second one splashes in, making a 9-3.
All of their points have come on the free throws.
Yep. Uh-oh. And
threw that ball away.
So here's the thing. If the inbounder's being pressured and the receiving player's being pressured, you have the guy want to do 2 things. Someone else has to come help side, or if you're the inbounder, you can run back and forth after a bucket. That would give you a proper angle.
That was a very good elementary stack there.
It was. Have you been doing some YouTube video research or something?
No, that I just know it all.
Okay. All right, Marv Albert.
Same thing. Go up strong and hope you draw that foul, but
yeah, she's
not sure if her feet were set.
No,
or not.
They weren't. They weren't.
That was close.
I thought she's kind of trying to get a call, but I didn't think she made that much contact. She kind of leaned into it, but they gave her the foul call. So Mosier at the line, the junior.
And it goes.
At this point, if they shoot 43 throws, we're in trouble.
Yes. And they've made them all.
Mitchell has the ball, brings it up the court, off to Steinman Ross, who River Valley seems to be playing somewhat of
like a triple
unintentional man press kind of thing. Hecker ends up with the ball, brings it up the floor, looks up. Doesn't have numbers, goes in anyway, kind of pushes the envelope, trying to hope for a foul. It doesn't happen.
Not that time.
Not that time. Roseberry gives off to Mosier. Mosier takes it to the weak side, tries to get a call. It doesn't happen. Hallie on the ground and
jump ball.
Jump ball.
My goodness. Both teams, defensive-wise.
It's yeah.
Man.
The defensive intensity is quite high. Oh, and that you just can't leave Logan open, but just in and out. Thompson with the rebound gives off to Mitchell.
She was wide open, but just couldn't get it to go.
Yep. In and out. Mitchell backs it out. It's going to set up a play. Harding comes out of the box set. Jackson has the ball. And Thompson flexes it to the elbow. No action. Gives to Mitchell. She's going to dribble out. Harding sets back up in 2 stacks. Going to give down low to the block. Pushed out, pressed out, and turns around, throws up a prayer. Rebound by Snyder. Once again, she is 5th in rebounds in the conference, so not atypical as Hecker sets it up.
River Valley just can't get in close enough and get a good, clean shot.
I don't like that call because she was clearly leaning into with no intention of doing anything but leaning in to get the call. I don't particularly like that
And
call.
I think that's kind of been their strategy this whole game. It looks like everyone's been trying to get that foul call.
Correct. Well, now fouls are 4-0, so something's going to have to give somewhere. So, but like I said, if the strategy is to put them in foul trouble, that could be successful, as that seemed to be a double dribble travel.
this is going to really hurt them with this many fouls this early and the limited bench that they have.
Yes.
But it's not all their fault either. River Valley is just playing that run into the player and hope you get the foul call.
That's okay, because guess what we have? Paige Powers, who's getting ready to check in. As our friend Curtis Babb would say, she's got good moyo.
The moyo is strong with that
one. The moyo is strong with that one.
And it's in again.
Man alive. Have a substitution.
Okay.
Rogers coming in.
Didn't see that substitution. I wasn't sure what that call was.
Yep. So they'll take the ball out as River Valley sets up a full court press.
River Valley has come back in this game just on free throw shots.
Yeah, it's not a trap. Just full court man. Mitchell.
No call and another jump ball.
And I think part of the frustration is going to be here, Josh.
No, it's a foul.
It was a travel.
Is that what it was?
I think they called a travel, and I think that's going to be part of the frustration here. Is that fans are going to say, "Hey, what gives? How's that not a foul? How are these not fouls?" And good pass. Right? Was that a pass, Josh?
It looked like it to me.
It was a pass. I think that qualifies. Stein Ross puts it up. There's the foul with the sarcastic cheering from the Harding fans. Some of it excessive. Hey, but guess what, Josh? Free throws are only as good as you make them.
It's true.
And we all know that Harding has had that crux of not being able to put the free throws in. Let's see if the moyo hits.
No.
Nope.
Not on the first one, at least.
Once again, this is brought to you from the Harding High School Telecom Group. It's a class that's offered at Harding and seemed to be a displacement foul. Oh! Wow. Well, that's a... Ooh. I don't particularly agree with... Those are touch fouls, folks. Again, touch fouls.
How else do you box out?
It's 6-1. At some point, you've got to... If you're going to call touch fouls, you have to call it both ways, and that is not the case right now.
That looked like a straight-up play to me. I mean, okay.
I don't know what the officials are wanting Harding to do. If they're,
right now it's looking really bad for this officiating crew. From my point of view,
yeah, it's the touch. There's got to be touch fouls called. Listen. I'm not disagreeing with the fouls they're calling against Harding, but if you're looking at the other side, again, it's 7-1, and both teams are playing pretty physical, hard-nosed defense.
And they have just tied it up on free throws.
But credit River Valley. They've known this. They figured this out. So they are being very aggressive offensively. And the refs are, as long as they keep blowing the whistle, they're playing the game. So,
yeah. It does help once you get to know the refs. Maybe they've had these refs before. And
possibly. Steinman Ross takes in. See, there's a touch foul, but
nope. Oh my. Okay.
Yeah, that was. That was a call on the floor. That's the right call. I know people are like, we want the bucket. Nah, it was.
That was so quick.
It was fouled, and then she stopped, and then she shot. Right call. Keani Jackson puts a 3 up off the mark.
River Valley with the rebound, throws it all the way down. She's by herself.
Osborne puts the ball up, and hey, there's a foul.
My goodness.
I'm being serious. At this point, I think this is, I believe, the 5th straight possession that has equaled in a foul. So there has to be an adjustment made defensively from Coach White, or This is
And
it's
they've
almost one of
taken
those things
the
where
lead now on free throws.
it's almost one of those things where do you intentionally get a technical to make a point?
I don't know.
We know what I would do, Josh.
Whatever you feel is right, but it's totally not.
Oh, bad pass by Jackson. Osborne has the ball, gives off to Hecker. Hecker looking up, doesn't have numbers. She pulls out, but does find help underneath that. Back out to Hecker. Fake by Mosier. She's looking around.
I see somebody here that might be able to give us a little bit of insight into the referees. Maybe we could ask him up in the booth like they do in the NFL when they go to the official.
Oh, a little Euro step in at Falcon. See, that's the thing. Now they're starting to call the fouls both ways.
Maybe we could ask him what's going on.
We could be
in
here we could be here for a long night, Josh.
Yeah.
Did you bring a cot, a pillow, and a blanket?
I got some Mountain Dew.
That might get us through.
2 substitutions.
Do you remember when we were kids and people said the yellow 5 and Mountain Dew was going to kill us all?
Yes, and
other things,
and
the
energy drinks.
Yeah.
They're all going to kill you.
It's not so much the additives; it's just the high fructose corn syrup. 10-10 ball game. 1 minute left in the quarter.
I think at this point, I may be on death's door.
Rebound by Snyder. Nice fake, but she tries to
couldn't get
swish it rather than bank it in. Benefit to the Prexies as Cummaries Jackson brings the ball down, kind of a little sloppy with it.
Yeah,
to
that was a
Steinman
bad
Ross.
pass.
Yeah, there you go. Find the point guard, Mitchell, with 33 seconds left. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of movement. Jackson takes the ball to the hole, finds nothing there. Page puts it in. And dribbling like a 6-month-old baby, finds a Prexies with a 2-point lead, 15 seconds left. Snyder with the ball. And she's going to take it to the rack herself. Nope, she pulls it back out, finds
Good
Logan.
defense.
Logan throws up a prayer and doesn't get in. Rebounded by Jackson. Shoot the ball. Oh, that counts if it goes. Oh, just
that was
a little
close.
off. Folks, 12-10 after one quarter. Harding High School Telecom Production. We will be back.
Pizzasaurus Rex made to order. Dine in, carry out, or delivery. Come to the historic OK Cafe, located at 734 East Center Street, Marion made for over 80 years. Manufacturing has changed. There was a time when people would spend countless hours pushing buttons, pulling levers, and swinging hammers. One day, things began to change. One day, things became smart. Buttons, levers, and hammers became apps, computers, and robots. Manufacturing has changed. Marion Harding High School is proud to be part of that change by offering an advanced manufacturing course. Integrated Production Technologies will introduce you to the exciting career of modern manufacturing through hands-on application of the latest in manufacturing technologies and practices.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at the high school of Marion Harding, and we are kind of seeing some unusual things. Foul-wise, Josh, tell us what you see, man.
I see a lot of things that look like just good physical basketball and maybe not should be called, but also River Valley's also pushing the envelope a little bit, taking the ball down and really driving into Harding and trying to get those fouls.
They are, yes, and they're taking advantage of that. And the refs they seem to be a little whistle happy tonight, and the Prexies are taking advantage of, or the Vikings are taking advantage of that. And honestly, now it's time for the Prexies to take advantage of that and try and get some, at least try and get the free throw line and potentially even it up with some free throw attempts. As we are 0 for 2 from the line.
And like you said earlier, that Harding struggled from the line.
Ugh.
Still doing that.
0 for 3 from the line tonight. That is the Achilles heel.
There we go.
1 for 4.
And as you can see by the scoreboard there, free
my.
throws really count.
No,
That
bad
was
defense, but
wow.
didn't
Blow a whistle.
And Keani Jackson's acting a little
Okay.
stargazed, and
That was good.
I don't
Good
know
call.
if she caught something to the face or something, and just like that, magically the fouls are starting to accumulate now for the Vikings. So it adjusted. It adjusted. They had a conference meeting with Phil Jackson.
Still again struggling from the line.
1 for 5.
Think about that right there.
Very oftentimes when we call these games, if they make half of their missed free throws, it's a totally different ball.
Oh, yes.
And the Prexies remain up by 3. Roseberry brings the ball up the court, gives off to Snyder, off to Hecker at the 45.
You take
Cut
away
across by Logan.
the fouls and look at the scoreboard. The defensive wise, she just sent it right back to her.
Oh, and that's going to be called on page. Yeah, the right call.
And that wasn't intentional. She she ran right into her.
Right, she just got too amped. Yeah, she got too amped up, and
yep.
Yeah, she was excited.
But no, seriously, this would be a 13 or a 13-0 game without the free throws. Credit to Harding's defense there that they haven't let them actually make a shot.
I think that's the big storyline of all this is they've only had one field goal, and the rest has been one field goal, and the rest has been.
Have they? I didn't think they made one.
I thought they did make one. I could be wrong. I'm just going to go ahead and say I'm wrong. Just say, holy guacamole, it's 13 to 12 free throws.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Yes. And that's good that, you go ahead and admit you're wrong. I mean, I'm sure you're just used to doing that with your wife.
I've been married a long time, man.
Yep. Happy wife, happy life.
You either admit you're wrong or you just stay quiet and let it be peaceful. Simon Ross puts up a 3 and off the front of the hoop, and that's going to be hit out by Paige, and it'll belong to River Valley.
Sometimes that silence is really not that peaceful.
Is that what they mean by silent but deadly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's what they're talking about.
Okay. Hecker
but now that we've had our Dr. Phil moment, let's move on to the game.
You read my book as Hecker has the ball, walked it up the court and putting up some moves from Mitchell, but doesn't seem to be doing much. Driving in by Mosier.
And stuffed again.
Stuffed by Steinman Ross.
She is on fire.
Yeah, Steinman Ross
got that timed perfectly.
She's second in scoring, so we do have the 2 leading scorers in the conference here tonight.
That haven't scored other
they
than
haven't
free
really
throws.
done a whole lot, though. Yeah, I mean, Steinman Ross had a 3-pointer, and here
This
Logan's
might
going
be the
to,
first points.
Oh! Oh,
yes.
There we go.
River Valley finally scored 2 points, I believe.
So Mosier able to put the ball up, and that's going to give the Vikings a lead of 1. Mitchell walking the ball up the court as well. And, I'm just going to say something that kind of bothers me.
Yeah.
If you're going to set up in a double stack offense, your post has to set a screen for your wing player.
Yes.
They are not even looking to do that. And it's like, boy, I don't know why the wing players aren't open. Turn around.
And why did she just make it that far into the paint?
Yeah, turn around and box and screen the other person's man.
Turnover. River Valley's got the ball, taking it down all the way by herself.
Ooh, that was a
Turns
walk.
around.
Didn't
And it stays.
Snyder had to put up, and that was kind of blocked. Kind of fell away and still was blocked. As Cumberry's Jackson is third in actually no, Kiani Jackson is third in blocks in the conference. So we do have some shot blockers on the floor tonight. Steinman Ross gets the rebound and heads off to Mitchell, who drives in on Hecker and lost it.
Oh.
That was borderline. That was a borderline
that could
jump
go either
ball.
way.
I thought he was going to call a jump ball. If he would have called a jump ball there, I would have agreed with that too. But I'm okay with that call as well. That's a good call. Oh, good fake by Snyder and puts up the left on Kiani Jackson. And
All right.
I'll be
This
real
is-
honest. The officiating it's starting to even out now, and I think here's the thing. I think they're starting to settle in as much as the girls are starting to settle in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's sometimes that happens. You kind of catch the vibe of a game as Logan takes the ball and bricks it off the front. You kind of have to get a feel for the game. They got a feel for the game now. Everything is good. That's not a bad pass. That's a great
It's
pass.
good. She
Nice
saw
job.
her.
Good look, Paige. And Harding's going to set up for a full timeout. And, folks, we're going to take a little break. We will be right back.
If you are studying any of the sciences, because all of the sciences involve matter and the interactions between types of matter. The study of chemistry opens doors to many careers. Students wanting to become doctors, nurses, physicists, nutritionists, geologists, pharmacists, and of course chemists all study chemistry. At Harding High School, we are proud to offer chemistry as a field of study. So if you have a passion for science, love doing experiments, and want to perfect your analytical and communication skills, please see your guidance counselor or contact Mrs. Williams in room 235 for more information.
And we're back in what seems like a physical battle here at the University of Marion Harding. And, boy, it has been a physical, tight contest, and not just score, but defensively, and a lot of tough defensive struggles going on here, and it's making things for an interesting ball game as Hecker takes it, puts it up, and misses. Little tiny jump shot, and it's going to be ended up by a rebound by Cumberry's Jackson. She looks up and doesn't find Steinman Ross, who's calling for the ball. Gives to her sister Kiani. Kiani gives to Mitchell at the top of the key. Looks to drive, and it's shut off by Logan. Off to Cumberry's at the 45. Steinman Ross offers the screen, which is ill given. And that's going to be off the foot.
Okay.
Reset it. Kiani Jackson off to Mitchell, the point guard. It seems like, and I know John Mullins and I have called games, it seems like there's walking through the offensive sets.
Yeah,
and it's not with the intensity and the intention of causing damage.
Yep. Especially with the clock, the way it just keeps running, and you've got all this time.
Right.
You can create a completely different ball game.
You can. And it's a Harding does not run a physical offense. They run a finesse offense. And if you're running a finesse offense, that is okay as long as your initial motion is off of a hard screen. You have to have, even in a finesse offense, you have to have some physicality. That first screen, though, which causes a motion, that's going to cause a cataclysmic event of the other plays that happen in a motion offense. But that first thing has to be a hard screen. And it just kind of seems like they're kind of just sleepwalking through their sets. Harding is 2 for 8 from the
jump
line.
ball.
There's a jump ball.
And that tied it up as well.
It did. 16-16, 2:44 left in the half. And a contentious first half of basketball/football.
Yes, definitely very physical.
It was a combination, not a great pass, but not a great effort, and that's going to give River Valley the ball.
Things like that add up. In ball games, you got to really take that into account.
Especially when you don't have coupons at the store. It adds up there, too. And it's stolen away by Cumberland Jackson. She is looking around. She's 4th and steals the conference, gives off to Kiani, who bricks it off the front. Steinman Ross takes it and tries to bank it off, and she just didn't get the ball up in the air. It wasn't too hard. She just didn't get the ball up in the air. Lexi Hecker dribbles down towards the block, gives it off to Snyder, and Snyder takes it back out and poked away by Steinman Ross, and River Valley remain down here. 2:05 left in the half, 16-16 ball game.
That's about the 3rd time she's done that this game, as well as the blocks. She is timing when that ball is moving and coming out of their hands just perfectly.
Yeah, and a nice backdoor set, stolen by Paige, who's too athletic to let that go by her. Nice steal, given off by Steinman Ross, bringing the ball up. Given off to point guard, back to the post, and
River Valley's playing.
They're flexing out.
Yeah,
they're flexing out. It's just a half-court man press. It's not a trap or anything like. Ooh, good turn. Oh.
All right.
Yep. That was the right call.
Got to dribble.
Yep, that was the right call. She lifted her foot.
It's one of those things that your mind, you want to make that move, and you forget about that.
Forget about it. Logan has the ball, presses up, takes it in. He's going to see he needs 2 points onto her bucket list.
And that takes the lead.
That was almost too easy. And there's been a couple times by both teams, but especially by River Valley, where they've had some great opportunities and just haven't been able to capitalize. But Kiani Jackson faces the bucket. Back out to Mitchell. Mitchell fakes the drive. Finds Justice Steinman Ross, who fakes. Gives out to Cumberland Jackson. She's a block.
She doesn't fake.
Bang, bang, bang.
That's 3.
Boom goes the dynamite. Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Got it.
That's what they say of old people.
Old people. Oh! Whoa,
Oh.
wow.
Wow.
Mosier, I tell you, if she meant to do that, that was impressive. Kind of seemed like she kind of just threw it up at the last minute of a prayer and it went in. Hey.
It works.
It works. The bucket went in.
Sometimes you got to take that chance. That's a good spot to take it.
With the girl at the high school dance. And that's your favorite song when you were a kid? Oh, yes. Nice shot being put up by
River
Rogers.
Valley
wow.
is taking the lead again.
Carelessness seems to be taking place with the ball. That was a travel. Wow.
20 seconds left. They're playing full court press now. Another turnover.
She had to get rid of the ball as Logan and Prexies are in a little bit of a dangerous territory.
5 seconds left.
As a shot put up. Oh, my goodness.
That's a 2.
That was a big help. Cuts it to a 3-point lead by the Vikings. That makes that stops the bleeding of what seemed like a head-on-fire struggle to get the ball across half court there, and you guarantee River Valley is going to come back with that defensive mindset in the second half. Yeah.
Do you think that Marion Harding toward the end of that half there was a little gassed?
I think so.
They looked a little slower to me.
It's almost like they were only 6 men deep tonight. But.
Yep.
All right, folks, we're going to be back here in a little bit after halftime. Go grab some chips and salsa for me.
Exercise science is the study of how exercise and the human body interact. The goal of exercise science is to develop an understanding and applied knowledge of the links between fitness, exercise, diet, and health. Harding High School is proud to offer students interested in athletic training, sports medicine, physical therapy, occupational therapy, or personal fitness an opportunity to pursue a career pathway in this emerging field. As a student of exercise science, you will gain real-world experience in anatomy and physiology, on and off-the-field injury evaluation, wound care, taping and bandaging, emergency care, exercise and rehab programming, and much more. For more information, contact your guidance counselor or see Coach Cunningham in Room 9. If you're the type of person that enjoys helping others, let Marion Harding's Health Technologies program put you on a career pathway that is in high demand. In our Health Tech program, you'll be introduced to the latest in medical technologies and practices. Be job ready by graduating with your state-tested nursing assistant certification. Get a head start on your medical profession with College Credit Plus from Marion Technical College. Don't hesitate with your class scheduling. Contact your guidance counselor or health tech instructor, Mrs. Applefeller, in room 132 for more details about launching your medical career. Chemistry is the science and study of matter, including its properties, composition, as well as reactivity. Chemistry relates to everything that can be sensed in our physical world. It's important to understand chemistry if you are studying any of the sciences because all of the sciences involve matter and the interactions between types of matter. The study of chemistry opens doors to many careers. Students wanting to become doctors, nurses, physicists, nutritionists, geologists, pharmacists, and of course chemists all study chemistry. At Harding High School, we are proud to offer chemistry as a field of study. So if you have a passion for science, love doing experiments, and want to perfect your analytical and communication skills, please see your guidance counselor or contact Mrs. Williams in room 235 for more information.
The historic OK Cafe.
Pizza, calzones, subs, sandwiches, and more.
Our fresh dough is made daily, topped with your favorite ingredients and made to order.
Stop in for our lunch buffet or check out our many daily specials.
Looking for something to do?
Come in and check out our giant projector screen on game days. Sing with friends on karaoke nights and dance the night away with live entertainment from your favorite local bands.
So even though Rex might have a short reach, we'll never come up short on service.
So remember, when you're hungry, check out the OK Cafe, home of the giant 20-inch Pizzasaurus Rex made to order. Dine in, carry out, or delivery. Come to the historic OK Cafe, located at 734 East Center Street, Marion made for over 80 years.
Well, folks, we are back at Marion Harding High School with a Harding High School telecom production brought to you by the Dr. John Mullins and his telecom crew. And I am Scott Cameron. And to my right, I have
Josh Votal.
And we are going to continue the second half. Boy, what a game. 3-point lead for the Vikings. But can you summarize what happened in the first half? Because it's quite a bit.
Well, the first half was both teams came out very physical and they came out very fast, but the referees also came out with their whistles. There were a lot of fouls called right off the bat, and they went into bonus
real quick. And Harding puts up, we kind of talked about it. It's almost like they were adjusting to the game. And that's sometimes it happens, You and I have officiated games where you have to,
It's been 8 seconds, and we already have a foul.
That's it. You have to adjust to the game sometimes, and that's sometimes it's hard to do as an official. You and I both know that.
Yeah. So. There's some teams that that kind of just get in your head sometimes, and if they've had this crew before,
kind of like zombies. Zombies are in your head.
Yeah.
That's what
I hear voices in my head.
No, okay, that's a different thing. I was referring to the Cranberries, but you just took it a different direction.
That was my Randy Orton.
Okay.
WWE.
Yeah, okay, all right.
I hear voices in my head.
I'm with you. Logan puts up a 3 off the back of the iron.
Oh, good rebound.
Yeah, that's a good no call actually by the ref.
Yes, that was.
She was going for the ball.
Yes.
Yep. So that was a good no call by the official. And the Prexies will take the ball out from the side. Mitchell dribbles the ball up the court. And Steinman Ross sets a screen, gives off to Jackson. Steinman Ross cuts down to the block. Thompson gives back off to Mitchell. Mitchell finds Steinman Ross now at the elbow, drives it into the paint. At the block now, turns around. She just cannot get the ball up. Put the ball up. There you go.
Gets the rebound off of
Steinman Ross.
A missed rebound.
Steinman Ross misses more short buckets than I've ever seen in my life. She just needs to get the ball up. Get the ball up. It's not a bad shot. She just needs to get the ball up. Follow it. Trust her shot.
Her second, team first.
All right. See what River Valley does here. Harding's played really good defense, really.
Harding, doing a half-court trap.
Those few shots at the end of the first half.
Oh, unlucky.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
She was in the right spot, too, to get that. But as I was saying, their defense has been really good. It's just there was a lot of mess and confusion in those last minute or so.
Oh, yes.
And they took advantage of that.
Yeah, and fortunately, Steinman Ross nailed that long 2 as Mitchell drives the ball in and finds the bottom of the hoop, giving the Prexies a 1-point lead. And just like the first meeting, we are finding ourselves in a tight, contentious battle as Hecker gives off a left-hand pass back to her and off to Snyder and finds Mosier down low and weeble wobble. Ball ends up with Keani Jackson on a run, 2-2 in the front. And bailed out the call against Logan by the ref.
Let's see. Ooh. One with a push.
Oh,
wow.
Really?
Didn't realize that was that many for River Valley already on one.
I didn't know that.
I thought the fouls were a little more spread out.
And I didn't think that was on Roseberry. Okay. I thought Logan was more in the area of the foul, but. Okay. Osborne in. Jackson shoots. Makes both. What?
Yep.
4-10. 40%.
Harding playing that.
That's a half-court trap.
Yeah.
Yep. And Hecker has the ball. That, if it works, that's great, but we're not exactly deep, so if we tire ourselves as a result, I don't know how many more times you can run that. Logan hits a long 3, and that can happen when you're running that half-court press trap, and it's Sometimes you leave people unattended, and that's the wrong person to leave unattended. Mitchell gives off
Again,
to Kiani.
Takes the shot.
Long two off. Gets her own rebound and turn the ball over.
Jump ball, no.
And how's that not travel? Timeout. 30-second timeout.
Okay.
I thought there's a travel before the timeout, but
Yeah, she was kind of wiggling around the floor.
So Harding High School Telecom, that is a media production class that is offered at Harding High School. It is actually, John, do you want to kind of tell us what it is?
Audio video broadcast communications. The kids can take it pretty much as a sophomore, junior, or senior. It's tiered. In other words, we have Telecom 1, which is an introduction, and then we have Telecom 2, which is more advanced, where the kids take on more responsibility and do their own productions.
All right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I know Harding's had this for a while, and when I was in school, I went to Pleasant, and we didn't have that opportunity.
No. For a public school, now if you go to a trade school and stuff like that, they may have, but for a public school, this is definitely it sets the standard. As Mosier has the ball, it gives off to Hecker. Hecker finds herself in trouble and lots of pressure and almost a triple team, but that's going to leave some people open. And
wow, lucky bounce. And that went in.
Logan gets the shooter's roll.
Wow.
Nice soft shot. And that's going to give the Vikings a 3-point lead.
That hit
My
the rim,
goodness.
hit the backboard, hit the rim again, and went in.
Hecker hedges out in front. Thompson back to Mitchell. And it looks like the Vikings are catching on to this offensive set by the Prexies, where they give to Kiani at the 45. Trying to find Mitchell.
Makes a good move to get free.
Yep. And, yep. Carried the ball. I saw that, too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she better get rid of that. Nope. Easy call for the officials.
They haven't had many of those tonight.
Yeah. Yes, no doubt. Mosier, the ball at the top, she shifted her feet 3 times, but to no avail. And Osborne's going to draw the foul.
Running.
Yes. Yep, foul call, yep.
Yeah.
He just didn't call
She
it in the
kind
air.
she just put her shoulder into her.
Yeah, well, he didn't call it in the air. Like, he didn't put his arm up, so I was like, is he calling a foul? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Snyder with the little 15-footer off the mark. Rebounded by Thompson. And she gets rid of the ball in panic, and Hecker shoots the ball from the corner. 3 off the opposite end. Kiani Jackson rebounds it, and she stepped out of bounds.
On the line.
Dragging the line. Harding will take the ball out. Osborne will take the ball out in the corner. Gives off to Logan. Logan turns. Doesn't face the basket. Gives back to Osborne. Dribbles to the elbow and a hard contact from Mosier, and the connection with Osborne not happening, with Harding going to have the ball. 3:38 left, chasing by 3.
They're still doing that full court.
Yes. This is a diamond press. It's a 3-man diamond press. And back down to Steinman Ross, who finds in the middle of the paint, and she's able to take it off the glass. See, she trusted the shot, and she put it up strong. She has to trust herself.
And that was the way she got down there, and she did that jump stop and put that up. I mean, that's just good basketball skills right there.
2 shots coming up for the Vikings.
Teams work on that jump stop.
Oh, yeah.
And she just set it in there and did exactly what she needed to do with it.
I remember when that started to become popular in the late 90s, the mid-late 90s, the whole Euro step thing.
Yeah.
And I remember an 8th grade basketball, our coach trying to teach us how to do Euro step, and we were so bad at it. I mean, oh my goodness, we were a fish out of water, it seemed, because it was just so unconventional. We weren't used to playing that way. It's like, no, this is traveling.
Right. And
nice give and take, and that's going to be a travel. No. Nice. Going to get 2 buckets.
All right. Let's see if she can get these to go in this time. Yeah, that jump stop, that Euro step, you know.
I don't I don't like it, but it's part of the game now.
It is. It is a big part of the game. It's good.
I believe that's 5 for 11. I believe. Again, I've been wrong before.
For the team?
For the
Not
team,
for her.
not for her.
Yes.
So we are in the land of averages.
And that's another one.
6 for 12, 50%.
1 point game. 3 minutes left in the third period.
Oh, nice drive by Hecker. Gets it in. 1 as a foul on Cumberland Jackson. Just playing tight defense.
Yeah.
And Hecker just got her on her drive hip and almost dragging Jackson along. And Jackson just didn't have much choice but to kind of keep her hands up. It was going to get called for fouls. A doomed foul. Doomed foul. And 1 for Hecker, giving River Valley a 4-point lead with 3 minutes left in the quarter. Thompson can't get the ball in. This is where
River Valley's really putting it on.
Someone's got to tell Gracie Thompson she is allowed to move the baseline after a made basket. She has to know that. She has to know that now. Someone's got to tell her. Oh, that's a reach.
Yeah.
Yep. There, that's a reach foul. Easy call. Yeah, that's actually a good foul because Jackson would have been off to the races and had Steinman Ross up in front.
Yeah, with everybody down there playing that full court press that they were doing.
Yep, Thompson with the long pass from Steinman Ross back to Steinman Ross. Sees an opening in a gap. Throws back out to Jackson, who drives, and there's going to be a call on the floor. A little tic-tac foul, 1-calorie foul.
I have not heard that one yet.
Josh, I just wanted to point out something. Someone in front of us, a fan in front of us, just did Raising the Roof.
Okay.
I thought we retired that motion.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I need to get a lighter just to wave it around, but nowadays everybody's just using their phone.
Thompson enters the ball. It's Steinman Ross down on the inbound, and
unlucky
nice shot by
bounce.
Steinman Ross. Honestly, that's a good shot by her. Don't get frustrated.
Yes.
Keep going. Hecker has the ball, gives over. Logan fakes, goes in with the left, and ends up going with right, leading to a bad shot. And Snyder is going to end up getting a jump ball with Jackson. Oy vey.
Good defense, Hardings.
Yep, and that's going to go with, minus the over anticipation defensively against Logan, but everything else past that was pretty solid. Steinman Ross shoes away, and she's going to drive it in, almost facing a triple team. Had Jackson and just kind of bounced off her hands, and here comes Hecker up the floor with an uneven count, and that's a fake. Nice fake by Mosier. Snyder to Hecker at the top of the key and hits the tape. Yeah, I remember when those things weren't in the way.
Yeah.
Life was so much easier. Oh, a long distance pass. What?
It's good. There we go.
I had visions of the Tampa Bay and Rams game right there.
Oh, my. Yeah.
I know you're a Michigan man. We know you're a Michigan man, Josh.
Yes,
Don't lie
I
about
am.
it. Are you really?
Yes, sir.
Folks, this will be Josh's last time on air with us.
I've been a Michigan fan since I was in first grade.
Did you always know that they suck?
No, I didn't. This is a true story. I got asked who I liked, and I didn't know because I was in first grade. And I said, "Well, what's their mascots?" And they said a rabid Wolverine and a Buckeye. And I was like, "What's a Buckeye?"
And you saw Red Dawn, and you're like, "Oh, Wolverines!"
I said, oh, well, what's their colors? And I said, oh, that's just like X-Men, Wolverine.
Oh, gosh.
And I said,
my-
yeah.
No bucket.
No
It was on the
bucket.
floor.
I said, yeah, I picked the Wolverines. And I haven't been a Jason Votal and switched teams 14 times when they have a losing season.
Call your brother out on the air. There you go.
When they have a losing season, he just seems to
He was
switch
mysteriously
teams.
turned into an Alabama fan.
Yes.
Yeah.
He says he picked it out of a hat because he was tired of Michigan's losing.
Unfortunately, every team in that hat was Alabama. As Jackson takes it up, and look, I don't. Okay, in girls basketball, they always go up with the right hand on the left-hand side, and they wonder why the ball gets blocked or knocked out of bounds. There's a reason why the fundamental says on that side you shoot with your left hand. From a young age. Ball kicked out. 45 seconds left. Harding trailing by 2. And Josh Votal is still a Wolverine fan.
Yes.
Hey, how's their basketball team doing? All right, Jackson has the ball in the corner and gives it back up to Thompson. Hey, how'd they do in their bowl game? Jackson just, again, weak side, rebound hustle by Mitchell. Just kind of had to give it up, and we're rallying up with the ball, and it's hit out by
There it
Jackson
is.
defensively.
Again,
Do you think Jim Harbaugh is going to leave?
I don't think so. I think
He'd be crazy to not leave. They finally succeeded. This is as hot as he's ever going to get.
I don't know. I
Logan.
really don't know.
Oh,
Ooh,
no.
What?
She leaned into that. Yeah.
You know, I don't think there's an NFL team that's looking for a coach that's looking for a Jim Harbaugh type of game.
Where they pick their nose?
Well, I mean, when they just get stuck on that hair, you got to do what you got to do.
Or lack of hair, as we saw on his chest when he was taking off his shirt and playing with the team. What a weirdo. I don't know why you like it. Anyways, that shot by Logan, the official could not see it from here, but if they were to go back and read it, they'd say, oh my gosh, she totally leaned into that. But the official couldn't see that.
Yeah.
They called that. We could see it from up here, though. So I could see why he would call that.
We don't have a red
Jackson
flag
in
to
the
throw.
Corner, and
She got a piece of it.
Yep.
So
And
that-
Logan's off to the races, and she can't get.
she's
she
on the
did-
line. Yep.
Yep.
Do not go
Uh-oh.
out on that court.
Oh, the coach.
He's stepped out on the court.
Coach is chewing the official. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
About to get a tee.
And he's just standing there just. Oh. Harding chasing by 4. Folks, we will be right back after this intermission.
The historic OK Cafe.
Pizza, calzones, subs, sandwiches, and more.
Our fresh dough is made daily, topped with your favorite ingredients and made to order.
Stop in for our lunch buffet or check out our many daily specials.
Looking for something to
Honestly, I picked the Cowboys.
Folks, we're back here at a Harding High School telecom production. Aiden.
It looks like they've got some popcorn and pizza.
Hey, Miller.
They're up in the stands.
Are they giving it away? Are you giving it away?
Oh, no, looks...
Oh, whatever. Give it to Narnia. Donate it to a good cause. They're handing out popcorn and pizza. but it is not being given to us. We're on hunger strike anyways.
I think you could probably go on a couple hunger strikes.
What are you trying to say, Josh?
I'm saying you're gorgeous.
Shut. Uh-oh. There.
Good shot.
Aiden! He's not. By the way, have you been to the OK Cafe before and had their pizza?
I have.
It is delish.
I have been going and getting food from the OK Cafe since I was in kindergarten.
When you were a Yankees fan and a Michigan fan?
We lived over.
Driven by Logan, man, that was very little resistance. Her feet were not in a good position defensively. She was still in a ball denial rather than stand-up defense man.
Back in the day, we used to ride our bikes because we weren't that far away. And we'd take Mom and Dad's money, and we would go and get pizza.
Oh. And
then when we were old enough to learn phone numbers, and we figured out that they could bring the pizza to us.
Oh, yeah.
We would scrounge up all the money in the house and get the Supreme nachos.
Oh, man.
And have those delivered.
You dirty dog.
It was delicious.
No foul called for Steinman Ross. She does not get the full nachos. Put in by Logan. Man, she is just tearing it up here in the
several plays like that.
Last 5 minutes of this game. She's been on a tear now. And she is showing why she is the leading scorer in the conference as Mitchell has the ball. And we're far away from being over, but we are surely in a danger zone, being down by 8. And she rolled her ankle.
Oh no.
And
I was wondering when they were going to call it.
Yeah, that she did the. That's the top of her foot. That's the top of her foot. You can tell by the way she's walking on it, where you're flexing your foot up like that. That means you did it up to the top because you can't put your foot down. Okay.
Hopefully she gets that worked on, and hopefully it's nothing too bad.
Hopefully not. As Harding surely needs her here in this last few minutes. As hopefully Harding saved their timeouts because they may need that to give their players a blow here because it could end up causing some strife with the lack of substitutions. And Steinman Ross fouled on the 2-point shot. Will go to the line.
Yes.
You know, Harding's had a couple players that have been out due to injury, and so Coach White's been having to fight through some tough parts of this season. So when they've lost the players that they've had in the past couple years, this is a lot of other high school teams would not have done as well as they have. So they've had to fight through some things, and for Todd Schneider in this era of COVID, it's caused some trick stuff too. And we only had a handful of players coming back to our program from last year. So Coach White, Evan Geyer, and its team have been able to put together as good as a team we could probably have here. It's time to
Makes them both.
And that's going to put our total up to 8 for 14. That's pretty daggum good. That's pretty daggum good there, Rip.
For some reason, when you do that voice, I think of some coal miner.
I'm a prospector.
There you go.
Mosier puts the ball up after Snyder gets blocked, and someone's got to inbound the ball. Usually Jackson does or Thompson, and Jackson's out of the game right now with the injury. So the latter Jackson, the elder, is in still, of course. Steinman Ross has the ball to the top of the key. Jackson kind of haphazardly gives it to Thompson back to Mitchell. With not much to gain, but there was a lot of movement. Backdoor pass to Steinman Ross puts it up. Oh! Just an unlucky and, good job way to not stand up and turn the ball over. And Logan's going to put it up for an easy 2. And River Valley is up by 10.
The last, probably 4 or 5 baskets?
She has been on a tear, yes. I would say she's definitely scored like 10 of the last 12.
Wow.
And he's part of the floor, so that's going to give to Logan once again.
And again.
And we're going to have a timeout here.
Yeah.
Coach White's going to ask for a full timeout. So, folks, don't go away yet. We got full timeout. We will be right back for a Harding High School Telecom production.
You will learn to produce daily news announcements and share your creations throughout our cable television and social media networks. Finally, Telecom 2 is our year-long class available for upperclassmen who have completed the prerequisite Telecom 1 class. Here you will produce and direct your own broadcast events. You will be put in charge of productions and lead other students through the introductory processes of media production. Many of our telecom graduates have gone on to study broadcast media in college and launched careers as television news and weather personalities, Emmy-winning editors for nationally syndicated television shows, and audio production engineers. So don't hesitate to schedule Harding Telecom Digital Media. Talk to your guidance counselor or see Mr. Mullins in room 201.
And we are back, folks, at the University of Marion Harding with the Prexies chasing the Lady Vikings of the University of River Valley by 12 points. And this is definitely a point of no return. The Prexies have to score here because we have not been able to contain the Vikings as Hannah Logan's just been on absolute tear. And there's a nice, good three-point look.
And it's good.
Good response by Keani Jackson. Good look. And if we could get about a couple more of those, we're in a ball game again.
Exactly what Harding needs
There
right
we
now.
go.
And this is a good way to take advantage of it.
This is how you have to shift momentum. I don't feel it yet. If we score here, I can feel a shift coming. But last time I felt a shift coming, I fell over down the stairs.
Well, again, Things That Happen When You're Old by Scott Cameron.
It is. I'm not just the author. I'm also
For
the
3. Oh,
short. That's a relatively short rebound for a long shot. Snyder just found herself in the right spot, right time. As a half-court press trap, it's going to find Snyder, and she takes it in, anticipating the call. Nothing given. And the foot on the line, and rebounded by Snyder again. And that was a three-pointer. Oh, his Page wasn't looking for that.
River Valley substitution number 1, Emma Roseberry.
it went
Emma's
Harding's way, though, for that possession.
Yeah, it's our ball. Roseberry coming into the game, and she sat out for those 4 fouls. Man, that was midway through the third quarter, yeah?
Yeah.
So she's able to enter the game again. As the depth of the bench of River Valley gives them a huge advantage over Harding, who kind of seems to be a little bit tired, kind of struggling to find their mojo. Kiani takes the ball in, and no foul called. Tough no call. Hecker takes the ball up with their left. Fundamentally sound, putting the ball in, giving them an 11-point lead. Back up to 11 with 2:45 left in the game.
This is where you really need to turn it on, make those shots.
And no one
make those rebounds.
there was no one over
Nobody
that
under
rebound. No one was even over there. And this is where that fatigue is going to really come into play for the Prexies. And that's going to be number 5, I believe, for Gracie Thompson.
Foul number 32, Gracie Thompson. That's her 5th. Team foul number 8. Checking in for
She's
Marion, number 5.
looking to get the charge.
Yeah.
And didn't quite get it. Still movement.
Mosier gets the first one to fall.
No need to look down here. I've seen girls basketball games come back from a bigger deficit than this in the last couple minutes.
Sometimes those things happen.
You just got to turn it on.
And River Valley's really laying it on thick with the full court press now because they know Harding's tired. And shot by Mitchell off deep. Steinman Ross with the long two, settles for the long two. Yeah, if you're going to take a
travel,
if you're going to take a shot that long, you might as well take a three.
Another
Especially
step back.
Chasing.
Take advantage of these mistakes by River Valley, the travel, things like that.
Harding's going to have to score on pretty much every possession from here, though.
And you can't just pass it around.
Oh, jeez. Oh. Ball just couldn't
go
fall.
in.
Hecker has the ball, drives in, blocked by
Good
Keani
block.
Jackson. Again,
All ball.
Keani is third in blocks in the conference, and my goodness, she's had about 3 or 4 tonight. And there will be timeout before the pass to the imaginary player under the hoop. And this is a full timeout. Folks, we will be back from a word for our sponsors.
We'll never come up short on service.
So remember, when you're hungry, check out the OK Cafe, home of the giant 20-inch Pizzasaurus Rex made to order. Dine in, carry out, or delivery. Come to the historic OK Cafe, located at 734 East Center Street, Marion made for over 80 years.
Manufacturing has changed. There was a time when people would spend countless hours pushing buttons, pulling levers, and swinging hammers. One day, things began to change. One day, things became smart. Buttons, levers, and hammers.
Back here at Harding, where the Prexies are chasing the Vikings of River Valley by 13.
And this was a close contest last time they played.
Yeah, it was an overtime game at River Valley, and Harding was able to squeak that one out. But that was also the beginning of the year when the girls were fresh, and they've just kind of been looking tired and looking a little worn down, and that's really kind of River Valley's been a little more fresh. Just being honest, that's kind of the difference in the game. Harding playing with 6 deep.
Do they have that still with one out with an injury?
Yeah, she's back in the game.
Okay.
Commerce Jackson,
okay.
5.
Yep, I see her now.
Wow, Roseberry, nice try of the English play. And Snyder takes the ball up, and that's a jump ball.
Good call. Yep.
That
was all ball.
It is
from here, anyway, it appeared that way.
It's either a block or a travel.
You thought it was travel, not a jump ball?
I think that was the right call. But it's still River Valley's ball.
Yeah.
No, he made the right call. Did I say block? I meant foul. Sorry. It was either a foul or travel. Because the jump ball is a good call there. I get it. As the right call. Yeah.
She had a good block, and she just kept a hold of it.
Yeah, and it was, but you could call it a foul, and then she walks like, just call it a jump ball. It was the right call. Oh, yeah. She dribbled the ball out of bounds, and I think she's kind of wanting.
I think she thinks that she knocked it out of her hand.
Yeah.
Instead of the dribble.
I think she just wanted the foul to get pushed, but with 1:09 left, no one's looking for war injuries. Short shot. Rebound by Steinman Ross. Brings the ball up the court. Looking for a 12-point shot to put him back in the game. And find Page underneath, and a jump ball is going to go to Harding. 57.1 left in the game. And before the game, we were fortunate to have the choir, symphonic choir, sing the national anthem, and that was good to hear.
They did a good job. It was. I'll tell you what. I don't know if it was the gym itself or the choir, but it sounded like there were a lot more than what was on the court. It was really good.
And again, Harding's going to be playing at Clear Fork next. River Valley will be playing Shelby, the almighty Shelby,
and they are
ridiculously good.
Yeah.
And tomorrow night we will be here for a boys basketball game against Highland Scots. I will not be wearing my kilt. I told Schneider I would, but I won't be wearing my kilt.
Well, you bring the bagpipe?
I couldn't find a kilt that would fit around my calves. 40 seconds left. And the Vikings seem to be running their motion.
Just going to work the clock as good as they can.
Yep. River Valley just kind of run the clock, trying to get out of here.
Harding's still playing tough defense.
Tough defense.
They're not giving up.
And the refs kind of aren't calling the stuff. It's like, what's the point? 17 seconds left. Trying to get out alive. But nonetheless, Harding's still playing tenaciously.
Yes, they are.
I guess you could say they're putting up some tenacious D.
Very, very nice.
Yep.
Nice throwback to a wonderful movie of how to make music.
Folks, thanks for having us in your home today. Wherever you're watching, kitchen, car, hopefully not the person driving, or as you're eating, just enjoying a nice evening at home. Thanks for having us in your home as the Lady Prexies are downed by the Vikings River Valley by 13. And again, we will be, if you can't come out and watch the Highland boys play here, play the Prexy boys on Friday night, please come out and support our teams, our kids. They would love to have fans here. And again, for Josh Votal, I'm Scott Cameron. Thank you for watching this Harding High School Telecom production. Good evening.